So good afternoon, everyone. I have to say, what a glorious day for DY! Welcome to the grounds of the future Dennis-Yarmouth Regional Intermediate Middle School. Can't believe it. In December 2015, this project was invited by the MSBA into their eligibility process. That's almost 5.5 years ago. So as you can imagine, a lot of work has gone into getting us to this moment today, and there are many people that have to be thanked. So forgive me for the long thank yous, and if I've left somebody out, please forgive me. But there were so many, it was hard. First of all, our thanks to the MSBA for inviting us into the process and working along with us to ensure that we have the best school possible for our students. We're very fortunate that they allowed us to combine our two statements of interest for Matakees and Wixon into one intermediate middle school, which I think makes a great school as well as saves our taxpayers money. And I want to thank Jack McCarthy. He's here today, and I want to thank him personally. Where are you, Jack? Thank you. Jack is the executive director of MSBA, and we're very fortunate to have him in that role. Thanks to all the members of the school committee who were members since 2015 and before, until that supported this project, worked alongside our town partners to bring this project to reality. I'd like to give a special shout out to Brian Carey and his work with the Regional Agreement Subcommittee, and to Joe Tierney, who has served as our building committee chair since the beginning, and to Jim Dykeman and Phil Morris for serving as school committee reps to the building committee. It's a lot of extra meetings, folks. And I want to thank our town partners, our boards of selectmen, our finance committees, and the townspeople who helped get our vote passed, with a special shout out to Cleon Turner and Chris Flanagan, who were two members of that committee that really got the job done on the vote, and a lot of Saturday meetings over at the C3 TV. My sincere thanks to my family, my internal administrative team, who spent hours with me working on the educational plan, and especially Ann Nell, Tim Blake, and Mike Bavino for their leadership in bringing this project to fruition. Thank you to my facilities team, Sandy Cashin and Steve Foucher, who've worked tirelessly to help plan many important aspects of the building and grounds that will help us take care of this school in the future at a very reasonable cost. And Kurt Sears, who worked alongside Sandy and the team to complete things like the pre-qualification process. All this stuff takes time, and so many people gave their time. Thanks to our Dennis and Yarmouth police and fire departments, who've helped extensively on the safety plans for the facility. And thanks to our elected representatives and our senator for supporting us, with special thanks to Tim Whalen, always our tireless advocate. Thank you, Tim. I want to thank the team at PMA. What a great choice you have been for us. You're professional and extremely competent, and have done all the appropriate hand-holding to get us to this point. Thank you, guys. We couldn't do it without you. And our sincere thanks to our Perkins Eastman team, who listened to all of our hopes and dreams, time and time again, and brought them to reality in the design of this building. Thank you, Perkins Eastman. And last but not least, my thanks to my work partner, Ken Jenks. There are so many things that Ken accomplished behind the scenes to bring this project to reality. They are honestly too numerous to mention. So now, Ken, this is for you, buddy. Thank you. This project exemplifies the quote, "It takes a village to raise a child." As you can tell, this project has been brought to fruition by the village. No person gets here alone. My thanks to all of you, and now it is my sincere pleasure to introduce you to the chairman of our school committee, John.
Thank you all for coming today. It's really great to have everyone here. Beautiful day, and to be celebrating finally after such a long time, and so all the hard work that went into this. There were definitely moments when I think we all felt like this day would never come, and it took a lot of time and overcoming a lot of obstacles to get here today. And I won't repeat everybody that Carol thanked, but please know that, as Carol said, today wouldn't have been possible, and this beautiful building wouldn't be possible without the hard work, the dedication, the creative thinking, and the positive attitudes of staff, administration, our community, our elected leaders, our families, the building committee, the members of the school committee, and everyone we've worked with, all of our consultants. It's just been an incredible team effort getting here to this day. As a DY grad myself, as a parent of a DY student, and as a member of this school committee, I couldn't be more pleased and more proud to be here today and to start this great building adventure to create a new, safe, innovative space for all of our students, and to help put together this gorgeous campus that'll be a part of the DY district. So thank you all for coming today. And now I'd like to introduce Joe Tierney, the chair of the building committee. Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming out. It's such a beautiful day. A little windy. I didn't know that the trees were all going to get blown down from the wind, but that's okay. What a change this has been. 27 years ago, I stood probably right over there on a mountain of dirt that was 15 feet tall with my 3-year-old son. And I was looking into a hole that was behind me, excited about the new school that my son was going to be able to go to when he went to kindergarten. 27 years later, we're starting a new endeavor, and I couldn't be more happy. The kids that are at Ezra Baker, at Emmy Small, Station Avenue, have such a beautiful school to look forward to. I'd like to thank the building committee from day one when we started meeting back in 2016 as a building committee. One of the first things I said when we had assembled some of the greatest people in our community to be part of this committee. We had builders, we had representatives, state representatives at the time. We had educators, and it was just a great group, and we knew that we could get it done. There were times that we didn't think it was going to get done, and it's funny because I go to Ken Jenks and say, Ken, what do we do? How are we going to make it? And in his immortal words, it's all good. It's all good. And I'm like, no, it's not all good. He said, it's all good. So Ken, you're right, Ken. It is all good. So I'd just like to thank everybody, PMA, Perkins Eastman, the Denison Yarmouth community, the voters and the residents of Denison Yarmouth who came and supported this school, because I think I know it's going to be a wonderful thing for the next 50 years. And now we'll all be on one campus. And it's going to be great. So thank you very much, and thank you all for coming out.
Now I'd like to call upon Jack McCarthy for a few words.
I figured out there's no graceful way to take this mask off. Good afternoon. Thanks for being here. On behalf of Treasurer Goldberg and the rest of the MSBA family, thank you so much for allowing us to be part of this. The mission of the Mass School Building Authority is to partner with Massachusetts communities to support the design and construction of educationally appropriate, flexible, sustainable, and cost-effective public school facilities. And this project certainly meets that ideal. Benjamin Franklin once said, an investment in education pays the best interest. And we at the MSBA are proud to be your investing partners to the tune of approximately $44 million. I know these people have been thanked already, but I have to make a special thank you to your legislative delegation. Senator Sierra and Representative digs, but I gotta say, you know, every rock band has a lead singer, and Tim Whalen is your lead singer on this. You have no idea how many times he's called us, came up to see us on this project. He truly has been an advocate for this project. But the first time I ever met Tim Whalen, he wasn't a state rep. He served with me on the school safety task force that Governor Patrick did several years ago. So I knew he was an advocate for children then, and he remains so today. So thank you, Tim, for your leadership on this. As Carol said, there were many times where I didn't think we'd be here today, but we are, and it's a credit to all of you folks here and all the voters in Dennis and Yarmouth. And you know, Carol was another one. She just would not give up, and I really appreciate that she wouldn't, and thank you also for your leadership. You guys put together a great team here with PMA, Perkins, Eastman, and Commodore, and I'm putting them on notice that I expect this to be on time and on budget. And the reason I do is because that's what they do for us all over the Commonwealth. You've done a great job selecting them. I know there was some hiccups along the way at the end, but you did the right thing, I think. And no, I know you did the right thing. And so you have a great team assembled here. With me today is Maria Popolo. She's hiding behind this gentleman right here, I think. So say hello, Maria, from our staff. And we don't go away after we invite you in. We have Ashley Smith and Jennifer Flynn who are going to be with you throughout this project, and we'll be with you for a year after commissioning to make sure that all of the systems work throughout a school year. So you haven't gotten rid of us yet. I always like to close with a quote. Dan Valentine was a reporter for the Salt Lake City Tribune, and he once described a school as a building of four walls with tomorrow inside. And we at the MSBA are proud to be part of DY's Tomorrow. Thank you.
Now I'd like to introduce the chairman of our Dennis Board of Selectmen, Chris Flanagan.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chris Flanagan, Chair of the Dennis Select Board, and I cannot tell you how thrilled I am to see this pile of dirt. I never felt this way before in my life. I am so thrilled to be here and that we're at this point. What does this pile of dirt symbolize? It symbolizes a state-of-the-art facility for our students to learn in. It also symbolizes what we can do when the towns of Dennis and Yarmouth work together. Additionally, as I reflect on how we got here, I know the incredible work it took to accomplish this by DY administration, special shout out to Superintendent Carol Woodbury, and staff, the school building committee, the school committee, the Dennis Select Board. I see my colleagues Paul McCormick, Chris Lambden, and John Terrio are here with me today, as well as our town administrator Liz Sullivan and assistant town administrator Greg Rounsville. I also like to thank the town of Yarmouth, our state rep Tim Whalen, voters in both towns, and all of you here today. Thank you for the role that you played to get us to this point. And lastly, I'd like to close. I know he's already been mentioned a few times. Ken Jenks played a huge role in this, a Dennis resident and also our former assistant superintendent. And I know that he's here with us today, and I feel his spirit with us. And with that, I will turn it over to my friend, Mark Forrest from the town of Yarmouth.
Thank you, Chris. I too want to thank everybody here for getting us to this important milestone, and I want to do so on behalf of everyone on the Yarmouth Board of Selectmen. It's been said it's been a journey, but as I think Ken Jenks said over and over again, it's all good. We're going to get there. We're going to get this done. And the reality is we're here. And one of the great things about a groundbreaking is that the people that really worked the hardest, that really did most of the work, that really rolled up the sleeves and made it all happen are all right here. So let me just say once again, on behalf of the entire Board of Selectmen for the town of Yarmouth, I want to thank you all for hanging in there and helping bring about this very, very important day. I'm a parent of 2 DY graduates. I know full well how important it is to build new buildings with the latest technology and to get all the important resources available for our teachers to do their job. But the other big ingredient in this, and I just want to give a shout out to all our DY teachers and educators, because they're the ones that really make the magic happen. They're the ones that really pull it all together. They're the ones that are going to be making the most out of this and getting the most out of this. And as was said before, this is the place where we are going to build their futures. This is where kids will learn to make their dreams and to get the tools and the resources and the skills they need to make a wonderful future for themselves. So I too am very excited about this. I too feel the spirit of Ken Jenks, having been in his presence for so many years as a parent. And once again, thank you all for everything that you've done. It's been a wonderful achievement. We've got a ways to go, but onward and upward. So thank you.
So I'd like to introduce our newest partner to the team and welcome Joe Albanese from Commodore Builders. And I have to give a little shout out. Your supervisor, Ryan, I don't know if he's out there. There he is. Hi, Ryan. He has done an amazing job just in the time that he's been here. So you keep that guy around. We like him.
Well, thank you, Superintendent, and thank you all for coming out today. My name is Joe Albanese. I'm Commodore's President and CEO, and couldn't be more pleased to be here. This is a great day for Commodore and a great day for Dennis in Yarmouth. The Dennis Yarmouth Intermediate Middle School project, the Matakese School for the Dolphins, right? Is it the Dolphins down here? Right. You see it all over the place. Now, I'm personally pleased to be on Cape Cod. I loved the Cape for a long time, and I grew up summering down here and brought my own kids up as fans of the Cape. From breakfasts at Grumpy's to dinners at Gina's by the sea, golf courses, and it's just a wonderful place. Just coming over the bridge today is liberating. It really is. It's a whole different place, and I'm really pleased that for the next few months, until the completion date on time, I'll be able to come down here regularly as well and share this gem of Massachusetts with all of us. The construction industry is a great industry. We build things that endure. And our workforce is an important element of our great economy. We have great pride in the projects that we build and that we work on. And no matter if you're a laborer, an engineer, a superintendent, or a project manager, your sensibility when you drive by a project that you worked on is, I built that. I built that. That sense of pride that everybody that's on the site will feel on your project. And here we stand in the early days of this project, a great moment in time to acknowledge all the work that's been done to get here, but all what is ahead on the project, and reflect on the programming, design, and planning that's been accomplished so far. We may stay in here again to top the project off, and definitely once again to cut the ribbon. All important moments to celebrate and reflect on all the efforts that people have put towards completion of this important facility. And every one of our projects has a purpose, and so many have a big purpose, impacting communities in an important way. But there's no higher purpose in my mind than building an institution to transform our youth from elementary school to high school to prepare them for life. I admire the vocation of administrators, teachers, educators, counselors, and coaches, those who have impacted my life and those who dedicate their lives to teach our children. The impact they have on the world is significant. This new school will not only serve to improve the capability of the Matakese student body will also benefit from a higher quality of education because of it, providing them all more opportunities for life. And as I mentioned, public service is a noble profession, and educators are the foundation of education. So we salute all of you for your service, for your commitment to our children, and commitment to future parents and teachers and leaders. We've assembled a first-rate team of managers, supervisors, subcontractors, and tradespeople to deliver a first-class facility to the towns of Dennis and Yarmouth. In particular, I'd like to shout out to the labor force. Is there anybody here that's representing labor? I'm hoping to see some of our labor reps here because they're really important to us. And it's the foundation of our capability. Thank you, and let's recognize their commitment and their role in creating this facility. So again, congratulations to the building committee, the school committee, all the local politicians and town leaders, PMA and Perkins and Eastman, who all brought their vision to this implementation. And thank you. Thank you for entrusting Commodore to deliver on your vision. And I promise we won't let you down. With that, I'd like to turn it over to State Representative Tim Whalen.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. I just want to open up with what I think you'll find to be a funny story, mentioning how the DY the Dolphins. Today's a day for Dolphin Pride. So many reasons to be proud of why we're here today. Today is a day for Dolphin Pride. I'm going to give you the story, real briefly, about how Dolphin Pride almost got me killed. Very early in my political career, it was 2013, December 2013, I went up to Gillette Stadium to watch Coach Funk and the DY football team take on Doherty Memorial High School in the state championships. I believe I was sitting with you, Brian, during that game. And many of you know that I'm not originally from the Cape. I'm from Worcester. Not only am I from Worcester, I grew up down the street from Doherty Memorial High School. Not only did I grow up down the street from Doherty Memorial High School, my sister teaches at Doherty Memorial High School. So I showed up to the game to go in and meet the Careys, and I was wearing all green. And as I walked in, I ran into a bunch of kids I grew up with from the neighborhood. And they saw me wearing green, and I almost died that day for Dolphin Pride. As we're here today, we've heard it mentioned so many times that it appeared sometimes that we weren't going to get here. But the reason why we're here is because none of you, not one of you here, gave up. You believed that we would be here, and you just kept working at it until we could arrive at this day. And the biggest piece in all of this is Carol Woodbury. So please, take a minute and give this woman a round of applause. We couldn't even be close to being here without that woman right there. And we're lucky to have her as our superintendent here at DY. Who else didn't give up on this project besides every one of you here? You know who else didn't give up on this project? Dennis Board of Selectmen, the Dennis Finance Committee, the Yarmouth Board of Selectmen, the Yarmouth Finance Committee, the Building Committee, the parents, the staff. And I also want to give a shout out to probably one of the most important organizations that never gave up on you was the Massachusetts School Building Authority. So can we give a round of applause for Jack McCarthy and all the staff at the School Building Authority? Every time I called Jack, every time I called Jim McDonald, every time I called Matt Donovan, every time I called Maria Popolo, they would pick up the phone and they would give me their time and they would listen and we would have a constructive conversation about how we could keep stretching out the timeline. They gave us extensions on this project, and those extensions are the reasons we're here today. If it wasn't for the fact that they knew the work that was put in and they believed in every one of you, we wouldn't be here. So today's a day to celebrate your work, to celebrate your stick-to-itiveness, and to celebrate Dolphin Pride. I'm going to co-opt the phrase that my dear friend, Rep. Kip Diggs, uses all the time. He says, teamwork makes the dream work. I'm sorry, you're probably going to say it, and I stole it, Kip. I do that from time to time. But that's exactly what happened here. So congratulations to each and every one of you, because you're the reason we're here today. Everybody did something. Thank you so much for all that you did. And now I have the pleasure and the honor of introducing my dear friend and colleague from the 2nd Barnstable District, Representative Kip Diggs.
Good evening, everybody. Good
evening, good afternoon. I'm honored to be here. I can't lie, hearing Dolphin and all that stuff, listen, most time I got booed by Green because I went to Barnstable, but you know, one thing that's beautiful is that you guys are together. And if you're together and you work together, anything can happen, you know, and obviously this is what's going on. This is incredible. Our kids are our future. And there's nothing better than getting a new place that you can work on and watch them grow. You know, all we got to do is keep putting water on them and watch them sprout out. I've got 3 children, and one of them passed away, but the community came and built me up. I would not be a state representative, I don't believe, if my son was still here. But what happened was the community came to me, and I didn't have to cook for 3 months. My family, the community kept coming to us. And I just know how much love and respect that everyone gave me. So I said, what could I do in this pandemic? And giving is nothing better. And I'm honored to be here, and I'm with my man, Mr. Representative Tim Whalen. Listen, I'm your servant. What can I do for you? And I'm here. So thank you for letting me be here.
I guess I just want to give one final shout out. I should have mentioned them by name, but the team that's been with us the whole time, Bob from Perkins Eastman, Bob, Walter Hartley, Pat MacArthur, you may recognize the name Hartley. You need to speak to that young man. He's a relation. And Mitch Miller, and I know Chad Crittenden would be here with us if he could. We were on a Zoom the other day, and I was telling him about all of the excitement, and a big smile came over his face. And I know for you guys too, when you see these projects coming to fruition, it's just amazing. So now we're here. We're grateful to be here. We're congratulating each other. We're thanking each other. But in the end of the day, it's all about our kids. It's all about our little dolphins, because guess what? The little dolphins that will be coming to this school are in 2nd grade and below, and the dolphins yet to be born. And so this school will take these 2 towns in this district into a long and happy time with a great facility to be in. And if it weren't for our little guys, I'm going to tell you, and our big guys and the stuff that we see our kids achieving every day, it would never have been easy to go on, but we just kept going because we see how they can achieve when they come to Dennis Yarmouth in pre-K through grade 12. We got some pretty amazing kids going to walk across the stage later this year. So thank everybody, and now I guess it's time for the shovel ceremony. Ryan, do you want to help us a little bit, like sort of direct? I don't know. I think all of our town officials, Jack, our elected officials, stand behind the shovels, and I think we got some vests for you so you can really look official, and hard hats.
Carol. Come on, Carol. There, you just can't see. Here. Everybody at least in the shot, even a headshot.
Will.
All right.
Grab a shovel so that we don't know.
Leon.
Will.
Leon.
Will. Come on up. Building committee.
Building committee members. Building committee.
You work too hard to have Yeah, Leon, you gotta get in here. All right.
Everybody pick up some dirt, but don't throw it.